What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wetship coming back to you with the correct opinion. Today we're going to be talking about the Gaethje versus Pimblett title shot and why I think Paddy Pimblett does not deserve this shot. Stop hating on Gaethje, So I've just, walking around, looking at stuff, and I see so many people hating on the fact that Gaethje gets the title shot above Arman, but nobody hating on Pimblett. It just doesn't make any sense to me, because Pimblett, out of everybody on here, there's only two people, but come on. You think Pimblett deserves the title shot? Oh, I don't get it. I don't get it. Everybody's hating on Gaethje. Oh, he said he was going to retire if he didn't get the title shot. He deserves to be able to do that. He's been knocking out every single one of his fights are entertaining. Even when he loses, you can't tell me a single Justin Gaethje fight that's not entertaining. Dustin Poirier got the same treatment with Islam Makhachev. Dustin Poirier was ranked like number 8 when he fought Islam Makhachev, but not a deserved title shot at all. But when your boy Gaethje's on the tail end of his career, just wants a title shot where everybody else is getting slept, apparently it's bad when Gaethje just wants a title shot towards the end of his career, but just fine when Dustin Poirier does it. I think you guys forget. People forget, man. People forget. Gaethje was next in line for the title shot. He knocked out Dustin Poirier. He's the reason Dustin Poirier was number 8. Gaethje slept it with the head kick. The 1-2 of the head kick behind the 2 slept him, put him out. He was next in line for the title shot to help out the UFC 300 card because he's a company man. He takes the fight with Max Holloway, a little gimmick fight. Max Holloway moving up. Obviously, Max Holloway's a lightweight now, but at the time it was a gimmick fight. Max Holloway moving up, all this. Takes the gimmick fight. Gets knocked out, and then everybody forgets who Gaethje is. That shouldn't affect his lightweight rankings when a featherweight beats him on pretty much a gimmick fight. Obviously, it was on his professional record. It wasn't really you know what I'm saying. But it was an actual fight, obviously. But you know what I'm saying. I just don't get how we're hating on Gaethje here, man. Let me pull up this perfect statistic here. Next slide on my Google slideshow. Oh, I gotta get over here. The opponent's record, the losing streak of Paddy Pimblett, the streak of Paddy Pimblett's opponents. His most recent win, Michael Chandler, 0-3 on a 3-fight losing streak when Paddy Pimblett beat him. King Green, 2-fight losing streak. King Green is a bum, bro. Not, I would say a bum, but he's not what he used to be. But King Green was good. He was good, but now he's a shell of his former self. He's like Tony Ferguson, who was on a 8-fight losing streak when he beat him. These are the 3 people Paddy had to beat to get a title shot. Look at that. 0-13. 0-13. And he's getting a title shot. But no, we're hating on Justin Gaethje, the man who should have been the #1 contender, who took a fight to help out a card. The guy who's been helping the company forever, never has a boring fight. That's the guy we're hating on. We're hating on a legend towards that tail end of his career that just wants a title shot to end out his career on a high note, win or lose. We're hating on that guy. The guy whose opponents are 0-13 in their last fights. No, that's deserved. That's deserved. It should be Paddy versus Arman. It should be Paddy versus Arman. I was hoping for Paddy versus Topuria. What are we saying? What are we saying? In what world would Paddy even come close to being Topuria? I literally just made a video talking about how Topuria was bad, but I was talking about his brother. It kind of clickbaited you guys, whatever. But if you guys want, I can make a video about Topuria, which I think he's good. He's my favorite fighter. I can't talk too much shit about him, but comparing him to Islam, it's just ridiculous. Anyway, that's a different video. We're talking about Paddy right now. I do not get the hate for Justin Gaethje's title shot when Paddy's fought nobody. So let's peep Justin Gaethje's record real quick here. Pull up the second tab. So here we go. Lost to Khabib. Then we have Michael Chandler. Unanimous decision. Everyone knows that's a great fight. I literally have it right here. This Russian tab is the fight. I go back and watch this all the time. This has been on my PC forever. Where was I? Michael Chandler gets submitted by Charles Oliveira. Nobody was beating this Charles Oliveira. This also goes into my point on why Islam Makhachev could be argued #1 pound for pound of all time. Nobody was beating that Charles Oliveira, and Gaethje put him on his ass. And then he got submitted, obviously. But then he goes to decision with Fiziev, which Fiziev, I don't know how you say it. That's a nasty fighter. I don't know if you guys seen him against what's that? The Mexican guy that they were trying, Rodriguez, I think. Was it Rodriguez? The guy where he kept throwing heel kicks and Fiziev would just literally just move his head back. It was out of the matrix. It was crazy. Fiziev's a good opponent. Then we TKO Dustin Poirier. Fiziev at this time, I think, was probably top 10 when he fought him, division. Maybe he was probably upper 10, probably like, oh my God, 6 or, yep. In that range, I don't want to say it, but you know what I'm saying. I was about to say. And then he KOs Dustin Poirier, who I think was 3 or 4 at the time. He was like right in line. Maybe he was 1, I don't know. Yeah, that was, knocks him out. Was that for the interim title? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't, because he would have fought. Yeah, and then he takes the gimmick against Holloway, which, you know, if Holloway didn't break his nose after the buzzer has rung, then that could have been it for it. Everyone's like, the Holloway's defense is, if I had wings on my back, I could fly around the cage. But if you watch the fight, the spinning kick that breaks Justin Gaethje's nose, it was after the buzzer. It was a legal shot. Illegal shot. Would have been a different Gaethje if his nose wasn't broken and he broke his nose on illegal time. So let's get that scrubbed off the record, please. And then he beats Fiziev in just an amazing fight. That was one of the better fights. I can't even. Every single one of these fights is an amazing fight. I think this is an amazing fight. All of these Justin Gaethje fights are amazing. This is why I don't get why everybody's hating on him. But like the cinematic crazy uppercut where he just puts Fiziev on his ass. Oh my God, it was so good. It was so good. I thought for sure he was getting the knockout of that fight, but you know, it just went to the decision. This is a good record. This is a really good record. I don't know what he is on. What his ranking is in lightweight. Does it say anywhere? It doesn't. It probably does here or something. Bio maybe. Yeah, it doesn't say it, but maybe overview. No, all right, but it doesn't matter. Why are we hating on Gaethje, bro? He deserves the fight. Paddy has fought literally nobody. Paddy's fought literally nobody. Okay. Can we look at his record, please? Here we go. Let's pull this up. Like I said, 0-13 his last things. He's debut. They're feeding him cans. Obviously, he's a big name. They're trying to build him up. They're feeding him cans. Jordan Levitt, Jordan Gurn, can, and then we actually get. You would think this is some competition. Oh my God, Tony Ferguson. I know that name. I recognize that name, Tony Ferguson. I've watched 3 UFC fights in my life, and I know who Tony Ferguson is. This was Tony Ferguson on an 8-fight losing streak. Who, by the way, you know who started off the Tony Ferguson losing streak? You know who started the Tony Ferguson going 8? You know who the first loss of that 8-loss fight streak was? Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje is the reason Ferguson went on that down tear. Ferguson was going to fight Khabib before he hit that wire, and then he goes in and fights Gaethje as the backup fight, the makeup fight for the interim belt, and just gets TKO'd. Like, absolute masterclass by Justin Gaethje. That is, when people are talking about Paddy Pimblett's wins to deserve a title fight, Tony Ferguson is one of their main points. And Justin Gaethje's the reason Tony Ferguson is a bum now. Like, I don't get this Tony Ferguson hate at all. I don't get it, man. Maybe you guys got some insider news that I don't know that you can tell me about in the comments. But yeah, that's my take, man. It is the correct take. Stop hating on Justin Gaethje. Gaethje in 2. See you guys at the Paramount card. I'm so hyped. Only $10 a month. Don't have to pay like an 80 bomb. Oh, it's great. It's great. All right. See you guys later.